Good morning, Gresham Wildcats. Today is Friday, February 16th, 2018. We're going to head over to Miss Jean Court's class this morning for our pledge.
Good morning, Gresham Wildcats. Unfortunately, my students are in art, so Miss Jean Court will have to do it. So please stand and join me for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, thank you very much, Miss Jean Court. Wonderful job this morning. Mrs. Hoffman.
Good morning, Gresham Wildcats. Basketball action last night. The girls, high school, I guess they lost in overtime, but how exciting to have an overtime game. Tonight, the varsity boys are at Northland Lutheran for their ball game. I reported that incorrectly. I thought it was yesterday. It's actually today. There is also a middle school boys basketball tournament at Sacred Heart on Saturday. And I have some friends that will tell you about the middle school girls last night. All right, kind of squished together.
Unfortunately, the 5th grade lost yesterday for Sacred Heart.
Fortunately, the 6th grade lost.
One?
Okay,
Yes,
6th grade won.
7th and 8th won. And on tomorrow against Tigerton, we have 6th grade has a tournament.
7th and 8th grade have a tournament in the Open Saturday.
All right, that's all I have. Lots of basketball this weekend. Have a great day.
All right, thank you very much, Mrs. Hoffman. Mrs. Yeager, our weather for today.
Good morning, everybody. It's currently 12 degrees in Gresham, and it's sunny. It's going to feel a little colder today. It's only going to warm up to 20, and it'll be a little bit windy. So make sure you bundle up for recess. And the weekend looks a little bit warmer in the 30s, and there could be some snow in the future. We'll let you know more about that Monday. Have a great weekend.
All right, thank you very much, Mrs. Yeager. Oh, yep, somebody just reminded me we don't have school on Monday. Otherwise, I would have forgot about that too. So, hey, guys, we don't have school on Monday, okay? Let's go to Mrs. Goley. Oops, Mrs. Goley doesn't want to be here. Oops,
sorry, I do. Click the wrong button. Good morning, Wildcats. Yes, since we don't have school on Monday, I'm going to go ahead and say happy birthday to Tori Ferguson in Miss Phillippe's class. So if you see her, wish her happy birthday. It's on Monday, but that's all.
All right, thank you very much. Let's go to Mr. H. Today in history, what happened, Mr. H?
So on this day in 1923 in Thebes, Egypt, English archaeologist Howard Carter enters the sealed burial chamber of the ancient Egyptian ruler King Tutankhamun, or otherwise known as King Tut. If you want more information on that.
I do. Who was King Tut?
Because of the ancient Egyptians saw their pharaohs as gods, they carefully preserved their bodies after death, burying them in elaborate tombs containing rich treasures to accompany the rulers into the afterlife. In the 19th century, archaeologists from all over the world flocked to Egypt, where they uncovered a number of these tombs. Many had long ago been broken into by robbers who stripped their riches. When Carter arrived in Egypt in 1891, he became convinced that there was at least one undiscovered tomb that was the little-known Tutankhamun, or King Tut, who lived around 14 BC and died when he was still a teenager. Backed by a rich Brit, Lord Caravan, Carter searched for 5 years without success. In early 1922, Lord Caravan wanted to call off the search, but Carter convinced him to hold off for one more year. In November of 1922, the wait paid off when Carter's team found steps hidden in the debris near the entrance of another tomb. These steps led to an ancient sealed doorway bearing the name Tutankhamun. When Carter and Lord Caravan entered the tomb's interior chamber in November 26, they were thrilled to find it virtually intact, with its treasures untouched after more than 3,000 years. The men began exploring 4 rooms of the tomb, and on February 16th, today, 1923, under the watchful eye of a number of important officials, Carter opened the door to the last chamber. Inside lay a sarcophagus with 3 coffins, nested inside one another. The last coffin, made of solid gold, contained the mummified body of Tutankhamun. Among the riches found in the tomb were golden shrines, jewelry statues, a chariot, weapons, clothing. The perfectly preserved mummy was the most valuable, as it was the first one ever discovered. Despite rumors that a curse would befall anyone who disturbed the tomb, the treasure was carefully cataloged, removed, and included in famous traveling exhibits called the Treasure of Tutankhamun. The exhibition permanent home is the Egyptian Museum in Cairo.
I think I might need a summary of that later, Mr. H, because I don't know if I caught all of that, but thank you very much this morning. Ms. Jean Court.
Good morning. I found out that if you heat grapes in the microwave, that they explode.
I didn't know that. Thank you very much. All right, Mrs. Easter.
Mrs. Jean Court, that was a do not try this at home moment. Okay, so you all guessed olive, and you would be absolutely correct. The olives are considered a fruit because they have a pit in them. So I have some lovely Domino's pizza, should still be warm, for the following people with double the olives. Sheree in 2nd grade, Griffin in 5th grade, and Corey in 3rd grade. So congratulations, and I will see you guys next week.
All right, thank you very much, Mrs. Eastern. Olives on my pizza, that sounds delish. All right, Mr. Smith.
Good morning, everybody, and happy Friday. I just want to give a big thumbs up to all of you out there. Be positive today. So here's the joke. Why did the Clydesdale give the pony a glass of water?
Little horse!
Why did the Clydesdale give the pony a glass of water? Because he was a little horse. Have a good day, everybody.
All right, thank you very much, Mr. Smith. We are going to head over to Mrs. Truman.
There. Okay. I have prizes to hand out to those students who have earned PAW points. That's what you call them. A little brain freeze here this morning. In Miss Jean Court's room, I picked Brea's name. She can come down when she gets back from art class. In kindergarten, congratulations to Christine and Jay Sean. They can be coming down. In Mr. Hohenzi's class, Loretta won twice. She was the only one that had tickets in the bucket. So come on, Mr. Hohenzi's class. Let's get going a little bit. In Mrs. Goley's class, a prize goes to Carson. In Mrs. Huffman's class, a prize goes to Jefferson and Wanbley. In grade 2, prizes go to Joel and Isabella. Now, Isabella has only been with us a week or so, so congrats to her. In Mrs. Berard's class, prize goes to Cody and Jacob. And last but not least, Miss Philippi class, we will hand a prize out to Addison and Audrina. So congrats to all of you. Have a great Friday. And let's remember the Wildcat Way. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much, Mrs. Truman. Mrs. Berard, have our friends been learning anything? I hope so. Mr. H has been giving us lots of knowledge in the morning, right?
You bet. All right, Lorelei from Miss Jean Court's class learned that anything that rhymes with all is actually saying the word all.
Say word.
In the word. Okay, the blue whale is the largest animal that has ever lived on Earth, and that comes from Tara Lee in 3rd grade. Michael from Mr. Smith's class learned that a tiger canine tooth is 5 inches long. Wow. Julia from Mrs. Berard's class learned that adult beavers can weigh up to 40 to 70 pounds. Tanner from Mr. Smith's class is learning how to multiply, and he also learned that 311 minus 211 is 100. And Holly from Mrs. Berard's class. Gerbils are a type of rodent that are kept as pets. They grow to be about 4 inches long. Way to go, boys and girls. Keep filling up my mailbox. Have a great weekend.
All right. Thank you very much, Mrs. Berard. For lunch today, we have a pizza parlor pizza or build your own burger, chips, salsa, cheese cubes, and roasted broccoli, and our salad bar. I hope everybody has a fantastic Friday, remembers the Wildcat Way, and remembers we don't have school on Monday. We will see you all on Tuesday.